What's going on, you guys? I'm gonna just do a quick market recap of the trade I took today. I had a live trading video that I was trying to edit, but because I was tired and it's like 6:30 a.m., I was mumbling a lot, so can't really hear much of the audio in the video. So I'm gonna just do a trade recap instead. So going into market open, that was right about at 6:30 because I live in Vancouver. I thought we would honestly get these PPI data highs. This was my initial drawn liquidity. I wanted this to be hit as well as this 15-minute gap above here. But that wasn't a super strong bias just because we were within this big 15-minute gap. I was expecting us, once we hit the 50% range of this 15-minute gap, I was expecting NQ to want to seek out some type of low resistance liquidity to the downside before we went up to these PPI highs. So I didn't take a trade off of this. For some reason, my NQ is not showing this bar right here. So then we were basically waiting. We were waiting to see any type of confluence that was bullish. Today was just one of those days where I was completely married to my bias because of these data highs. So I honestly could see an argument for going short here. I just did not take it. That's just me. I know a lot of people probably took these shorts down to this low. So going into this trade, which was a one-to-one risk to reward trade, that was not intentional, by the way. It just turned out to be one-to-one. But anyways, we took out this high time frame. I think this is an hourly low that we took out, and there was a bunch of lower resistance liquidities here, here, and here that we took out before this trade happened. So after that, we started getting bullish orders. We got this 1 minute inversion of this imbalance range, but that was not enough for me to enter purely off of a 1 minute inversion. So I was waiting for us to get extra confirmation. Now that confirmation came at this 3 minute inversion right here, as well as a 1 minute break of structure following this candle wick. Now that was enough for me to enter. Sadly, I would have originally taken the trade like this, but I was taking a shit, so I couldn't wipe fast enough and get to my desktop before this candle closed and opened a new one. So sadly my entry level's there, but it's okay. I still ended up winning the trade. My initial full TP was at these PPI data highs, as I have mentioned before. The reason why I closed fully at this high is because I was looking at this 5 minute gap as a point of interest for an area where price might reject and start going downwards. So within this 5 minute gap that we created, okay, I don't know why it's sorry. So this is 5 minute gap that was right here. And we also had this wick right here, which tapped into this smaller time frame fair value gap within that 5 minute gap. So once price tapped into this 1 minute gap, it rejected going lower and seeking out these higher time frame liquidity. So that's when I saw this in the 5 minute and this internal swing high on the 1 minute. And so I created a partial take profit right here for about half of my positions, about 5 micros. I trade usually about 5 to 10 micros on across my 23 accounts. And so when we hit this range, I took off half of my position and trailed my stop loss to break even. Now, the reason I exited here was because once I wanted us to retest this high, and once we did retest these highs, I was going to trail my stop loss to this swing low right here. The reason I did this is because if we were to tap into this swing high that we just created, but reject off of it and get a downward candle, a strong bearish candle, then I would my trade would therefore be invalidated, and I would no longer want to be in this trade. And that's exactly what happened. If I held onto this trade, I would have got stopped out right there and lost a bunch of money, right? So that's why I exited right there. That 5 minute gap was a really big point of interest for me. if we were to break above this 5-minute gap and inverse it, then I would have extra confidence to hit these highs, this New York open high and this PPI high. But we didn't get that. Instead, we got a 1-to-1 for a quick $14,500 on the day. This software is called Trade Sinker, if any one of you guys are gonna ask in the future. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live trading session. I'm hoping that I won't be as tired tomorrow and I can make a live one. I was hoping I could post my first live video today, but instead, you know, I can't hear anything I'm saying. You'll literally hear me just talk like so I'm gonna enter here. Oh yeah, I'm in there. And yeah, there's just a bunch of other things I have to tweak, but thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.